What up, everybody? It's your boy Germany. Anyways, okay, so I said I was gonna come back and do another video talking about, dementia, Alzheimer's, caregivers, because I feel like caregivers don't get the recognition that they deserve, especially when you are taking care of your mom or your dad or a relative and everything. You really don't get the recognition, you really don't get recognized. You really don't get the credit that you deserve. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, my mom was my only parent. God rest her soul. My mom was her only parent. My mom was my only parent. My bad. Was my only parent. And I took care of her, because she took care of me. When I was little and when I was a baby and couldn't do stuff for myself, she took care of me. And it started off with her having rheumatoid arthritis, and then it went from rheumatoid arthritis to she was incontinence, and then it was, UTIs constantly. Then it was they diagnosed her with dementia, which I think she already had dementia because just some of the things that she would talk about, some of the things that she would do and everything before she got diagnosed. But I mean, it took, like, I took care of her. I took care of her, like, I took care of her. I dealt with her flare-ups, her sundowners. I dealt with all of that, like her incontinence, like when she would make messes and everything, I would clean them up. When she would have a flare-up or a sundowners and she would just go crazy, like, I was there to, like, okay, I knew exactly what to do. It wasn't scary. It wasn't any of that stuff. It wasn't any of that stuff. She, like, I don't get why caregivers don't get the recognition that they deserve, because especially when they're taking care of their mom or their dad or their relatives, or a family member. It's hard. It's emotionally draining. There are some good times, I follow a couple of people on TikTok who like document, who like take videos, of their grandmother or their mother who have dementia and stuff like that, and they take care of them and stuff. And there's some good times, but then there's also the bad times. And when I tell you they be bad, they be bad. They be horrible and stuff like that, but yeah, like, me personally, like, I took care of my mom, like, but I also had a life as well. I was also known as the therapist to all of my friends. And my friends would call me and they would vent about things. And even though I was going through things, like, I was going through so much, I put my to the side and I listened. I listened. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't always easy, to pretend to wear this mask and pretend like I'm happy when I really wasn't, because what I just had to see and what I just had to endure and what I just had to go through and stuff like that. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are caregivers of their moms or dads completely understand, like, especially when you are like the therapist of your friendship group, and you don't want to tell people, like, not right now. I'm not right now, please, not right now. I'm going through something, not right now. You want to be there for your friends and help your friends out, but you're also going through stuff yourself and stuff like that. And it's really hard. Like, I'm telling you, so many times I just would cry myself to sleep because I felt sorry for my mama. Like, I felt sorry. I understood that she was scared, but, like, having to watch her go through this and stuff like that, like, I can see why people why some people put their parents in a home, in a home, assisted living or a home when they get like this, because it's not easy to watch. It is not easy to watch them wither away. It's not easy to just watch them go from knowing who you are to not knowing who you are, jumping when you're trying to give them a hug because they don't know who you are and stuff like that. Like, it's hard. Like, it really is. It's very hard. Me personally, like, I mean, like, just thinking about it, just thinking back, like, I went through so much. I endured so much. And a lot of people didn't even know that I was dealing with that stuff, that I was going through that stuff. A lot of people didn't even know, you know? And like, a lot of people didn't even know. And I'm not going to get emotional, but when Alzheimer's and dementia, it doesn't just affect the person, it affects their family as well. And I was a damn good son. I loved my mother, and I always helped her out. I took care of her. And if she was alive right now, I would still be taking care of her now, because that's my mama. And I will always miss her. But like, I just really wish that the caregivers would get the recognition, like, because it's not easy to take care of a parent who has dementia or Alzheimer's. It's not easy. It's like being a parent. Okay, you already know your kids are gonna, they're gonna eventually grow up and they're gonna start knowing how to do things. They're gonna thrive and they're gonna flourish and they're no longer gonna need you. But when it comes to a parent having dementia, your parent is going in dementia and Alzheimer's, they're going to forget. They're going to forget who they are. They're going to forget who you are. They're going to just forget everything. And you're going to have to sit there and watch it happen. Sometimes it happens fast. Sometimes it happens slowly, but it happens. And I can say that I did a good job, even though I wasn't trained. And I'm pretty sure I made some mistakes through trial and error, but I did a good job. I did the best I could. And I hope my mother knows that. I hope she's up in heaven. Hope she understands and stuff like that, And like, there's not a day goes by that I'm not going to miss her. But me personally, she's not in any pain anymore. She's not going through dementia anymore. She doesn't have rheumatoid arthritis no more. She's not confined to a wheelchair anymore. And, she's up in heaven at peace. And that's what I'm happy about. That's what I'm glad about. That's what gives me peace at night, to go to bed at night, to know that she's at peace. She is running, probably dancing in heaven on the clouds. Like, yeah. But I just wanted to let y'all know, like, if you know a person who is taking care of their mom or their dad or their grandmama or their elderly aunt or somebody, tell them thank you. Show them some appreciation, because because caregivers don't get the appreciation they deserve. They don't. And they go through a lot. They go through a lot. They have to deal with a lot. Like, some people, like me personally, I took care of my mom by myself. I took care of her by myself. But some people, they need like two people to take care of one person. And luckily, my mom was in a wheelchair, so she couldn't unlock the door and get out the house and roam around. Like, she couldn't do that. Thank God she couldn't do that. But she would try. She would try sometimes. But, realizing, like, caregivers, if there's any caregivers watching this video right now, if you take care of your mom or your dad or your, elderly aunt or grandmother or something, I appreciate you. Like, I thank you. Like, without you, this world would not. I mean, you're helping. You might not know that, but you are helping. You know, you're helping. So I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I hope y'all understand. Like, comment, you know, some things if you know anybody, or if you are a caregiver, like, comment, you know, some stories, you know. I'm gonna go because it is like 11:18, and yeah, I'm about to go to sleep because I'm tired, and I will talk with y'all later. And I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna do another video probably tomorrow, talking about, you know, things that have changed since my mother passed away and stuff like that. And yeah. So I'll talk to y'all later. Holla.